Hey, what's up guys? My name is Auk and today we're taking a look at high to low baking. So that's baking the details from a high poly mesh down to a low poly mesh. So for this video, I have these horns over here that I'm gonna be working on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna model some details on these horns and then we're gonna bake this down in Substance Painter high to low, all right? So first things first, you want to make sure that your mesh, whatever you're working with, that at least the low poly variant of it is unwrapped completely. Like these are fairly basic ones. Like it's completely unwrapped, you can see. All right. Next is gonna be duplicating this one and then making one of them underscore low, and then the other one gonna make it underscore high. The reason for that is because when you're baking high to low, you obviously need one representing the low variant of your mesh, and then one representing the high poly mesh. All right. So I'm just gonna keep the low one hidden because I want to work on the details on the high one. So I think maybe some bevels and then insetting them and then scaling them inwards along normals would be nice. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to grab edges here, and then I'm going to go to Control-Shift+ to select more loops and more edges. I'm just going to deselect that top one. I'm just going to do the same thing for these ones. Something like this. And then last ones, there we go. And then Control+. I just want to deselect these ones. And then we go to select. We go to select loops, edge loops. That's going to select all of these edge loops that we selected. All right. Oh. And let me just deselect these ones. So now is a bevel. 2 segments is fine. It's fine. And then a inset, and then a scale along normals to create some horny things. Yeah, it's fine. Maybe something like this. Yeah, this is fine. All right. So we have a high poly horns and low poly ones right now. So when you're done with your high variant, all you want to do is go to File, Export FBX, and then make sure this is called accordingly. So this is my high variant, and I have selected objects ticked on, and I have my high variant selected, and I have my scalings to FBX all, and then apply transforms. And then I just hit Export FBX. Same thing for these ones. So export FBX and then call this horns low and export FBX. All right. I'm gonna go to Substance Painter now and go to File, and on document resolution 2K is fine. Open Geo normal map format. Select. And let me select the low variant of the horns that we made and hit OK. Here they are. And we go down to Bake Mesh Maps. And I'm just going to put the output size at 2K so we don't have to wait forever. Yeah, this is all fine by default. And apply diffusion. I always do this. And click here for... so we have to supply our high poly variant here. So we click that button, and then we go to horns high FBX. We click that one. And then all we need to do now is we need to go here and bake select textures. And here we are. And as you can see, it works, but we have some problems. So if we go to normal height mesh so we can see what's going on. And we have this weird thing on the side, right? And why is that happening? That's because it's trying to, this part of the horn, this horn is trying to bake the high poly details from this horn. And this horn is trying to bake from that horn, and etc. for this one. And that's a problem. And you can fix that, but so that's what we're going to do now. And you can fix that with a cage file. All right. So I'm just going to go back to Blender, and I have these horns low selected again. And I'm just going to duplicate those. I'm going to call this horns_cage. And what this is, it's simply a cage around my low poly variant that kind of restricts the range that it's it limits the range of the high poly bake. That's the most basic explanation I can give of this. So that's going to kind of protect it from taking the details from this horn and etc. So what you do need to be doing for that is making sure that it's like slightly outside of it. So something like this, like not intersecting. Something like this. This is fine. It's probably fine, I hope. So file, export, horns, cage, and export FBX. And then we go back. We go to bake mesh maps again, and then you click this one, use cage. And then we go to horns, cage, open, and then bake again. As you can see, if we go back to normal high mesh, that has quite saved the bake. Like maybe we could have made the cage a little bit larger, because you can see that we kind of lost a little bit of the details compared from before. But yeah, I think with this information, you can pretty much figure out how to work this out for your own model. So if you learned something through this video, be sure to give it a like, and until the next one, see ya.